Are you ready to do this video?
Yeah.
Go on then.
So we're back, aren't we, Daisy? Why do you always look down? What are you looking at? We're back to do her 4-month update, really. I'll be doing my 4-month postpartum update as well after this in a separate video. We're late on this, as I'm sure you probably guessed, because Daisy's actually going to be 5 months on the 21st of September. So she's 4.5 months now, really, and we're late for a few reasons, which I'm going to go into. So it might be a bit of a longer video than normal, and this girl is really big and really heavy, so if I have to switch positions and move around and all sorts, then I apologise. I'm going to sit on my knee for now. And as always, I'll try and update with clips as I go, so you can see like more of her, see what she looks like and what she's doing and things like that. So yeah, from 3 to 4 months, it was really tough actually, and surprisingly so, and for no reason related to her cleft palate or anything like that. It was sickness. She had her second lot of jabs and had a nasty sort of cough and cold. I don't know if it was linked or if it was just something to do with having an older brother, but she had this cough that she could not shake, and you know, that's normal. Went to the GP twice, spoke to the health visitor about it, we saw the consultant in a normal checkup anyway and asked him. All of her stats were fine, he double checked those for us and she was fine, no one was concerned, just said like ride it out. But the problem was with that is that every time we would feed her, if she coughed, and it was quite a violent cough, she would end up projectile vomiting her entire feed, and that was pretty much for the entire summer holidays, if I'm honest with you, bar the last week really. And I was really down, I was really struggling, because you know, when you've got a baby that projectile vomits, and it could be at any time, you don't particularly feel like getting out and about, because you don't want to, you know, have to apologise and burst out crying in the middle of Waitrose or Tesco or wherever you go. You don't want to, you know, apologise to a cafe owner because your baby's just thrown up all over their floor and tablecloth. You don't really want to go and visit people because you're thinking about stuff that you might damage in their house, and it's really isolating. Don't eat my hair! Ow, ow, ow. Ugh, sorry. So yeah, this was happening. It would happen once a day without fail, sometimes more than that. And you know, as a parent, you start thinking, oh, is she getting enough milk? And all of this, and panicking and worrying that it's something more sinister. Obviously, because she's tube fed as well, there was always a danger that she would like sick up her feeding tube as well, because she's obviously got a hole in the palate, so her sick wouldn't just come out of her mouth, it would come out of her nose as well, and she looked like the Exorcist, the poor thing. And I worried about her aspirating, which is basically when any liquids would go into her lungs instead, and you know, we'd feed her and then she'd be sick, and then tube feeding again is a lengthy process, and it was really hard. And she just sort of turned a corner towards the end of August, and something clicked. And I think the reason is that obviously we've made the change to formula, and we've been told it wasn't reflux, and that was fine, and it was proven, that was fair enough. But what it was is that formula is naturally more filling than breast milk, and so the same amount of formula for you was a lot more filling for her than, you know, the express milk that I was feeding her previously. And we've still got loads of express milk in the freezer that we do need to start using up. And I think she was being overfed, in all honesty. Now with a tube fed baby, they can't really tell you when they're full. They don't stop their bottle. She has a bit of bottle and then she decides that enough is enough and she doesn't want any more, and then we will top her up with a tube. So she never really is able to say, oh, you know, I'm full now, stop. She just takes it. And her hunger cues are slightly different as well, because she's always been used to being fed on a schedule. She's never had to ask for food because she's always fed before she really gets hungry. And we think that because she started weaning, which I will go into more in a second, that we've dropped her feed, and as a result there's no more sickness anymore. Her cough and cold has cleared up anyway, which was a factor in all of it. But she's like a different baby. She's so much happier. I'm so much happier. I'm able to leave the house. There's no more sick incidents on the way to Bill's swimming lesson. There's no more worrying about a family member jiggling her too much or them being sick all over someone's carpet. It's just, I have my life back, and she has her life back, and she's happy, and she's got another fistful of her in her mouth. So in terms of Daisy, she is one of the happiest little girls I've ever met, and I know that everybody says that about their own child, but Bill was a happy chappy, he really was. But Daisy is, she's just friends with everyone, and both of my children have been like this. Bill probably because I went back to work when he was still quite little, so he never had that separation anxiety, but Daisy, because of special care, in all honesty, she's always been handled by lots of different people. And she's definitely got a soft spot for her mama and her dada and her big brother. But she is happy to go to anyone. She's happy to have cuddles and smile and chat to them. And I really like that about her and Bill. I think it's going to set her up in good stead. And she's just the happiest little thing. What does she like? She is really enjoying playing at the moment. I love this stage, and I forgot, and I was saying to Mark last night, when she was in special care, we felt like we were really missing out, and we felt like we had lost 6 weeks of her life and we were never going to get them back, and it's sort of taken a lot from us, and that is still true. But what we didn't realise is how special all of these parts are, and how like they just sort of get better and better. Like, you can't beat newborn cuddles, but her laugh and her smile and her cheeky little attitude is just, oh, it's amazing. It makes me so happy. She does this little thing where she like raises her eyebrows like that, and she's just dead cheeky, and she does like this little bashful smile, and she still laughs her little head off. She finds things funny all the time. She loves being tickled. She's very ticklish, and she's just a really cheerful little thing. Like, nothing bothers her. She rarely cries, and I think again that's probably something to do with special care, because she's, you know, been jabbed by needles, and she's been put under, and she's had loads of stuff done to her, like her MPA going down, which she hated, and her NG tube. So by comparison, I think a lot of things just don't bother her, and she's a very happy little thing. The only thing that she doesn't like, and I say that she's not got separation anxiety, but it's more that she just doesn't like being left alone during the day. She's quite happy to sort of settle herself to sleep when she decides she's tired and stuff like that. But if she's enjoying your company and your cuddles and you put her down, and you know, she'll be fine if you put her down, but if you go away from sight, then she gets very upset. And I think she just doesn't like to be left out. She just likes to be in the middle of everything, in the moment, socialising with everybody. And she sounds sort of like me, really, but that's the only thing that makes her unhappy. She's just a dote, and obviously she is on the way to 5 months, so some of the development that she's done are more of a 4 to 5 month development than 3 to 4, but she is rolling over now. She did that about a week or two ago now, week and a half ago, and now we just can't get her to stop rolling onto her front. She's constantly doing it, and then going, ah, and like not screaming or crying, but shouting because she's stuck. And she just like swims, you know, when they lie on their belly and like it looks like they're swimming but they don't get anywhere because she's trying to move, which is really funny. But she's still too little, but she has rolled fairly early, And she's a strong little thing, she really is. She loves to play and be independent. She loves her jumperoo like nobody's business. And she loves to sort of stand on you and stand on your knee and bounce up and down and do whatever she wants. And she's just really curious, and she's really happy. We had like a consultant checkup and they were really happy with her physical development. So sticklers, which is what we've both got, can have issues with muscle development because it is a disorder of the connective tissues. So she can have issues with her joints and like, you know, development and like rolling and all of that sort of thing. But she's actually hitting milestones early, and I did the same. And I believe that me and Daisy have a very, very mild form of sticklers, and I think that we probably have what is called non-ocular sticklers, which is Stickler Syndrome but without any effects to the eyes, because I don't have any sight problems and Daisy doesn't at the moment either, and she's very, very good at focusing on things. In fact, you never stop looking at stuff, do you? Mwah, you're so cute. Mwah. But she's doing really well. The cleft nurse is really happy with her, and obviously we have started weaning. Now, I don't want any judgment from this, because I know that some people are like, oh, I can't believe that you're doing it early, but we're doing it early for medical reasons, and I'm also of the opinion that parents are free to do and make the decisions that they feel are right for their baby. I don't honestly believe that at 6 months a magic sort of like timer goes off in a baby and that automatically makes them ready for food. But you know, I did wait until 6 months with William and we did baby led, but with Daisy it's to stop oral aversion, as I've mentioned before, so to make her aware of the fact that actually it's really normal to eat through your mouth and you don't need a tube, and it's to help her get rid of a tube. We need to get rid of it before your surgery, which is likely to be in February next year, to repair her cleft, and we're hoping that it'll be out by Christmas. In all honesty, it'd be really nice if it was. It should be around 8 months old then. So that's where we're at. We started weaning when she was around 18 weeks old, so like 4 and a bit, well, like 4 months and a few days maybe. And my goodness, she loves it. Now, I tried Bill with purees at 6 months initially because I thought that was what I was meant to do, and he hated them and he just didn't know what to do with them, and baby led was more for him. So maybe it's just that purees are really Daisy's thing and she enjoys them, but she eats everything that you put in front of her. It doesn't matter what it is, and she really enjoys it. It's not like I'm just packing food in her mouth. She tries to take the spoon from me. She shouts at us at meal times if we don't have anything for her, and she loves it, don't you? Mwah! And it means that we've been able to drop a nighttime feed, so I'm no longer having to get up at 3 in the morning, and she does sleep through from about 7:30ish until probably about 6 now, which is really good. I'm not saying that she doesn't wake up sometimes, like when she's had a cold or if it's really hot and humid like it has been recently, then she will wake up and she will fuss sometimes, and you know, then that's normal. But day to day she sleeps through, and that is a byproduct of being in special care. A lot of babies that are in special care are so led in their routine that they don't tend to break any habits, and that is just what happens. So I am very lucky, but you know, it's a small bonus compared to what we went through initially with her. And yeah, it's good because the extra sleep I'm getting is meaning that I'm able to start focusing on myself a bit more, which I'll go into in my update. So yeah, she's just doing really, really well, and we're so pleased with her. Not with her, but for her, because like she had such a tough start and now she's just this amazing, amazing little girl. She loves her dad. She loves her big brother, and I know that she has a very big soft spot for her mama. And yeah, she's just doing really well. You've got your hair, my hair in your mouth again. You see this? This is, that's the one thing, she is grabbing everything. Her fingers are always in her mouth because she's teething. She drools quite a bit, don't you? And she just wants everything in her mouth all the time, which is part of this exploring stage really, isn't it? But she loves my hair, and she will grab a fist of it and then laugh at me because she knows that it's naughty. And she's in 6 to 9 months clothing because even though she fits in 3 to 6 months, she's got really long legs like I did as a baby, and we noticed the other day that she had like a little blister on both of her little toes, and it made me feel really bad because obviously her feet had been starting to rub. So we've moved her up, which is ridiculous because she's 4.5 months old and this shouldn't be happening, but it is, and we're just pleased she's growing. So yeah, if you've got any questions or you've got anything that you want to know, just leave them down below, and then we will see you for her 5-month update hopefully, and that won't be as late maybe, and hopefully we'll have a few things to tell you in between now and then. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon, won't we? Say bye. What am I saying? You can't talk.